In this video, we're going to look at how to use attachments and a hinge constraint to make this water wheel spin. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the move tool to move this wheel up a bit so that I can see what I'm doing. Then, over in the model tab, I'm going to click on create and select hinge. Now we just have to click where we want the attachment points. In this case, I'll put one on the support over here and the other on the end of the shaft of this wheel. This here is enough to allow the wheel to spin, but there currently aren't any forces or torques to make it turn. What we can do is change this hinge to become an actuated hinge, which provides power to the joint and forces these attachments to move. Now to do this, we need to go into the hinge's properties and change actuator type from none to motor. Now this will apply a torque to the joint and try to make it reach a goal velocity. Now further down in the properties, we can set this goal velocity by changing the angular velocity property. This property is measured in something called radians per second, which basically means a value of about 6 here is going to make the wheel spin about once per second. Now that's probably too fast in this case, so I'm just going to set the value to 0.5. Now note that you can see the direction the hinge will spin by looking at this adornment around the first attachment. Now if you want it to spin the other way, just make angular velocity negative. Now the next value to set is the motor max torque. This value says how much torque the motor is allowed to use to spin this. Since this wheel is really pretty large and massive, we need a really high torque to get it spinning. A value of about 100,000 should work. So now if we move our wheel back into position, run our game, we can see that it now spins on its own at a constant rate.